we have 8 weeks to cover SFM. In this 8 weeks, we are having mainly 3 types of areas to study. All right. The first area is what I call it as easy. Second area is easy, but it is lengthy. Third area is something which is little tricky. All right. Okay, Jagan, that's again the next question. How much do we have to complete on an everyday basis? That sentence creates a negative impact. I will explain to you why. Okay. Wait, let me just complete this, or maybe I'll explain this to you. Jagan, for example, okay, when I take class or when I was studying as a student, all right, first chapter was risk analysis. Now it is security evaluation that you have, but the basics are coming from risk analysis. That chapter, for me, if I had put a target, I want to study it fast. Okay, in that rush, I will not fully understand risk analysis. And what will happen is, even though I must have completed it, I wouldn't have understood it. Now, what is more important, completing it or understanding it? What is more important is understanding it, Jagan. Because exam, if you want to apply that too at the CA final level, you have to understand. So what I did was, I decided I will go very, very slow. Starting, I will not speed up at all. And I went very slow in the first chapter. But I'll tell you the advantage what I got. When I went slow in risk analysis, my base became very strong. Then I took dividend policy, another easy topic. My base became very strong. Then I took the next one, okay, bond valuation. Base became stronger. After that, when I started doing the advanced level problems, automatically, without me putting any effort, I was able to complete the remaining topics very, very easily. And the speed automatically started going up. So do not focus on completing. All right. Fine. You can keep a target of completing, but don't complete at the pace of, increasing your speed. Increase the time that you want to allot rather than increasing the speed, because you end up increasing the speed. Psychologically, you have completed SFM, but practically, when you are getting into the examination hall, you might not be able to remember it. I hope you are clear with that, Jagan. Now, I will tell you SFM, we can categorize into 3 parts. Easy topics, easy but lengthy topics, tricky topics. Easy topics is where you have security evaluation. Then you have a chapter called as security analysis. Okay, then you have a chapter called as mutual funds. Okay, inside security evaluation, you will have bond valuation, etc. also. And then you have something called as different types of capital budgeting. These are the main 4 areas which are very easy. You can learn these chapters easily and it gets over also pretty easily. Second topic which is easy but it takes a little more time. In that, the first one is portfolio management and the second one is mergers and acquisitions. Business valuation, mergers and acquisitions. All right, they are actually easy. Once you know the logic, these chapters are very, very easy. Once you get a grip on the concept, you can easily score very good marks. The tricky topics are international finance, and then you have futures, you have options, and you have interest rate derivatives. From the past experience, when you distribute the marks, all right, these two together account for almost 75% of the marks, friends. And this area contributes maximum 20% or even 15% sometimes. Remaining goes to theory. Are you understanding? So this along with theory is what you attribute to the remaining 25% of the marks. So friends, if we properly study these 2 areas itself, SFM, one thing I will tell you, if you properly study, exam, if 75 marks of questions are coming, friends, we're talking about 120 marks, right? Or 120, 75% means almost 90 marks will come from here. If this is a past experience, friends, every attempt they vary a little bit, but normally this is the trend what I'm trying to tell you. So if you're talking about a 90 marks or even an 80 marks coming from this area, you write properly, friends, you can score 60 marks here itself. All right. I'm not telling you to skip these areas, but what I'm telling you is in minimum time, if you want to score maximum marks, these are the areas that you must be studying first. All right. When you come to the tricky ones like interest rate derivative, IFM, etc., all together, sometimes they ask only question from IFM, sometimes they ask one from IFM, one from derivatives all together. And those questions are also not very heavy. IFM might be heavy. Derivatives, so far, they have not stressed upon very complicated problems, which they can actually ask for. But even if they ask, once the base and the concepts is clear, you can target this also easily. But my suggestion is first focus on mastering these areas. Are you all clear with this part, friends? I'm not giving you time to write down this note. Okay, you can always, this video is coming on YouTube. The recording will be available. So you can always use the recording and subsequently you can, go through all these things. All right. So when I make a study plan for you, the study plan will be in such a way that we cover the easy areas first, score maximum marks in the upcoming out of 8 weeks, in the upcoming 4 weeks or 5 weeks, in which we should be able to cover our pass mark. And the remaining weeks should be to get the exemption. Are you clear with the idea that we are going to plan over here? Okay. So I'll just give you a tentative weekly plan. You don't need to follow this strictly. You can modify this according to you, but I will be revising in this class from next Thursday based on this weekly plan. All right. So week number, I'll put it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Week 1, I'll go in the same order. So first week, we will do the easy topics. That is security valuation you can do plus security analysis. Friends, security valuation is nothing but, it is termed as bond valuation in my books, which is a much more better terminology. Then you have dividend policy and risk analysis. Okay. Then we have a separate chapter called as this thing also. Darshana, yes, I'll explain and stress upon how to study theory also. I'll come to that part also. All right. This will be week 1. That is next week. So next Thursday, when I come live, I will be discussing the concepts of this chapter quickly. I'll be spending only 30 minutes revising the concept. Each one of you, whatever doubts you have on these areas, you can ask me. We will clarify all those doubts. Okay. And we will proceed forward. Everyone clear? Yes. Jagan, that's another good question. I'll come to that part also. What and all material has to be used. I will explain that part also. Friends, for this, if you want to learn the concepts of all these security evaluation, security analysis, you want to understand the logic, you are weak on the logic, you can visit my website. I have uploaded the concept videos over here. You can just click on tj.com. You can go to my website. You can click on important content. SFM concept videos is there. All right. The basics. You have basic videos. Bond valuation, that is nothing but security valuation. Bond is also a security. Then you have dividend policy, risk analysis. So all the conceptual videos are available here. So if you have any weakness in the conceptual area, you can always visit my website and you can go through all the videos that are available over here. All right. Apart from the concept, you have to mainly focus on study material problems. Study material problems, it covers all the past examination questions, all the past RTPs also. It is covered comprehensively. The only drawback with the study material is that they have given too many questions. Many are similar type questions. If you have attended my class, my material is compressed. I have made it in such a way that you cover all the concepts, all the problems with the minimum sums where adjustments of everything is coming up. So if you have already attended my class, I would suggest you first you do my notebook because that will cover everything. Then for practice purpose, one time you work out the study material problem, but one day before the exam, you will not have time for the study material questions. You can just focus on my notebook and you can take it forward. I hope that part is clear. Yes, I will now get back over here. So this is going to be week 1, security evaluation and security analysis. Week 2, you focus on portfolio management. You might have to give a little extra time in week 2. Okay. Week 3, you focus on mutual funds. and capital budgeting. Two small topics. You can finish that two in 1 week. Week 4, you can do mergers and acquisitions. All right. After we complete these areas, all right, then week 5, you give it peacefully for international finance. I would say you can give week 6 also for international finance. Week 7, you give it for derivatives. Week 8 also you give it for derivatives. All right. Now, friends, when I say week 1, every day if you're spending 1.5 hours, half an hour you'll revise what you have learned yesterday, and then you will do today's topic. So you will get double revision there only, triple revision there only. So you don't have to then think, okay, when last day when I'm coming to the examination hall, I want to do one more revision. You will not have time for that. Here itself you do 2 and 3 revisions. Finish it off. It will go in your mind, and one day before the exam you go through one reading. Everything will come back to your mind, friends. Everybody clear with this part? Now, as Jagan has asked, what material to follow? All right. One, I have informed that if you are already having my workbook or if you've attended my class, this is the compressed one with minimum number of questions covering all the concepts. All right. So one day before the exam, ODBE, this is the best book because that is how many students get exemption. One day before the exam, they get the leading advantage. Minimum time, maximum coverage they are able to do. All right. Second is study material. This is comprehensive. You have a lot of questions over there. Good practice you will get. But before you do this, you must learn the concept. So you can visit my website, okay, and you can view all the conceptual videos over there. I hope you're clear with this part, Jagan. Right. Now, about theory. Theory is a little bit of a challenge for the new syllabus. Okay. Here, how to learn the theory? Theory can be learned using the following steps. Okay. I will be going live once again, friends, when exactly I need to decide the date. And I'll be taking the entire theory class also one day live on YouTube mostly. What you're supposed to do is precisely point number 1, you are supposed to make your own short notes for theory. Friends, we all find theory boring. Why? Because we all hate reading, but we all like recalling. So what you should do is you should make short notes and draw some simple pictures. If you have attended my class, you will know how nicely I draw pictures, how beautifully I draw pictures. Yeah. If you have not attended, don't worry. You draw your own pictures. All right. Any creative pictures, because the images will strike right into your mind. An image which can help you to recall the whole thing. Once you make these short notes, from this short notes, you make paraphrase. Paraphrase is basically the short notes of the short notes. All right. So if your short notes are coming to around 100 pages, paraphrase will be even more compressed. That will be hardly 20 pages. All right. It should be made in such a way that the moment you read this, you should be able to remember everything. Sometimes if you can't remember, you can always go back to the 100 page. If you can't remember from here, you can again go back to your textbooks or whatever material you are referring over here. Am I right? This is the best way for learning theory. And this paraphrase is very useful because you can revise the entire SFM theory in 1 hour. And this 1 hour can help you to fetch another 20 marks from the exam point of view. Okay. So this is the whole study plan that I wanted to share with you as of now. Next to Picasso, Anshuman. Okay, Santosh, your doubt is that do we have any doubt clarification session? That is why I'm coming live, Santosh. I'll come live every Thursday mainly for your doubt clarification, because many students, as I told you, are attending class on pen drive. Some are attending online live, some are attending online recorded, some are attending face to face. Any one of you, or some of you are not attending, doesn't matter. Whenever you get doubts, you can come live. I will be here available. You can ask me your doubts over here, or you can always WhatsApp me on my number. You can WhatsApp me on this number. Maybe not immediately, but maybe in a span of 1 or 2 days, I will reply and I will, clear this up for you. Okay. Mahitosh, from scratch also, if you do Mahitosh, it should not take much time. It should take around 60 to 100 hours. Keep that plan in your mind and you can just allot that time for that. All right. Focus on the concept, Mahitosh. Conceptual clarity is something which is the reason many people are unable to score. They work out a lot of problems, they go to the examination hall, but then finally they get this struggle over there. But if your logic is clear, then SFM is very, very easy. It is very, very interesting. All right. Yes, Anil, my book is updated and that is the one that is available in the website also. Yes, it is updated. Yes, Prince. Any other doubts you are having? One more thing you can do, friends, if some of you want to learn entire thing in a very quick manner, you have a 25-hour marathon session is there, okay, which covers 80% of 80 or 70% of SFM, okay. It's there in my app. You can just install my app or you can visit this point, class.tarunjagdish.com. Okay. Once you come here, you have a 25-hour marathon session that is available over there. So in just 25 hours, you can revise the entire SFM. 70 to 80% gets covered over here. Then you can, go through the chapter-wise revision also. But for me, I'm going to follow this weekly plan for all of you friends. So next week, I will be revising security valuation topics and security analysis topics for all of you. Okay. EduHoj, how many days required to score an exemption? If you follow this plan properly, you can definitely score an exemption. Many others have also scored. You can also score it. Nothing wrong in that. India map, Santosh. Yes, friends. Tell me if you have any doubts. I'll just go to the first page and just revise. 8 weeks planned. Okay. 1.5 hours, 2 hours, or 2.5 hours per day. Best thing time is after a power nap. Okay. Half an hour revise the previous day session and then do the current day session. Easy topics, easy plus lengthy, tricky topics. Okay. These are the weekly plan that I'm going to follow. These are the materials that you should follow to get the best results. This is how you're supposed to learn the theory. And if you want to have a quick overview of the SFM and cover tough questions quickly, go for the 25-hour marathon in my app. Just subscribe here and let me know because I will have to add you to the batch. All right. Jagan, the past RTPs as of now are covered in the study material. The RTPs was originally there in the old syllabus. New syllabus, all those questions they brought it inside this. If you want, one thing you can do along with this, you can cover the final 2 RTPs if you have time. That is November 22 RTP you can do and May 22 RTP. These two are also having a good chance of asking questions in the exam. Yes, there are many questions which are tricky and tough, but Santosh, if you do it, it's easy with practice. Jubia, if you're doing the study material questions for the first time, how many days? I'm not sure. You must invest 3 hours per day. That will be a good mathematics for me to explain to you if you're doing it for the first time. All right, Darshna, you want to take a screenshot? Please take a screenshot of this. Anyways, this video will be available. Okay. All right, friends. So I am not taking much of your time. Shall we pack up our session with this? Yes. Friends, I always keep saying, and I'm saying that today also, I strongly believe in one thing, that is a win-win. You should win, I should also win. So Abhilash rightly guided me towards this one initiative so that you can also win, I can also win. It is my dream to see all of you succeed with great colors, get through your exams and then send me that message that yes, I have cleared. That is the biggest results that I get. For that, let's work together. You do your part, I will do my part. together as a team. Let us win-win, friends. All right. See you next week again, Thursday, 10 p.m. All the very best. We'll spend a 30 minutes quick session every day. Will not take much time. Quick, to the point, revision, discussion, and we will complete this part. All right, friends? Okay, wait, there's one more doubt. In our book and SM, some symbols are different. What should we follow? Anil, can you show me which symbol? It's supposed to be the same. Maybe for one thing, like this is one symbol which some people call it as sigma, some people call this one as sigma, but I'm using that properly. There should not be any difference. You can just check and get back to me. Okay, just WhatsApp me the image. I'll check and get back to you. That must be some interpretation difference only. Sure, Anil, I will wait for a minute. Santosh, November 2020 question paper. I didn't follow, Santosh. You WhatsApp me, Anil. That is better. Okay, you just WhatsApp me. Thank you so much, friends. You can all. I'll be in touch on this number. Any doubts you can always WhatsApp. Okay. Good night. Have a lovely time ahead. Take care. Thank you so much.